Live. Let me go ahead and check. Says we are, but are we actually live? And the answer is... Well, there's an ad playing, so that's usually a good sign. The answer is yes, we are in fact live. Awesome. All right. Hello, everyone. Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream, and today I am back with some Settlers 4. So, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Last mission was a little while ago, admittedly, but we ended up doing the second Viking mission. So, I believe now we are going to be doing the first of the Maya missions, and we'll see how that goes. I know it's going to be a trickier mission. I'll admit I've been kind of putting it off a little bit because this is probably going to be a tough one. So let's see how this goes. I'll probably make a fool of myself. Maybe not. We'll see. So, mission 6, the halfway point.
Glitters. We have spotted new settlements of the Romans and Vikings, and if experience is any guide, we have to assume that they will be joining forces again. Our priests have been visited anew with dreams where wolf and bear stride together. This the priests have seen clearly, but there was more. A third animal possibly, in frantic movements, but shrouded in fog in the distance at the edge of the dreamscape. We must act before this alliance gains strength, or we will be lost.
Alright, so we do have to speed up. We have to start off really quickly with this one. So, stonemason, we're going to build that. The Maya do focus more on stone than the other factions, so it is really important that you have your stone economy up for them, because they build most of their stuff using stone, much more than wood. So we also can go ahead and start building the usual lumberjack, sawmill, and forester hut. But yeah, really the stonemason has to go first, because of just how important it's going to be. Now, they did mention a pirate ship that we can go visit to the east. Maybe that will help. We also need housing, apparently, so that is a potential problem. So, we could build a small residence, even though it's not going to be very room efficient, but we kind of need one now. So, we'll go ahead and build one right there. Give us a handful of settlers that we will need. Oh, it's a soldier that needs to occupy that. Never mind. So we can actually... Okay. Oh, looks like this might be the route to this. I'm saying we will be lost. Is she driving? Alright. If we find the ship, that will be really, really good. Alright, and also, while we're at it, we do need to get ourselves some geologists. And now, yeah, the Maya are much more focused on stone. We're gonna see that the more they... So the stonecutter hut is going to be all that much more important, but also we're going to need... Alright, let's see if we can find that pirate ship. There. So there is goods here, a lot of goods. Looks like enough for maybe... Alright, so yeah, we definitely need to make a push for that too. Because that will be enough there to hopefully get us to the... Okay, there we go. And move there and there. We'll also get another small tower built here. Need those geologists. Oops. Alright, here they are. You can go there, and you can go there. Alright. And now we'll build ourselves another stonemason. Maybe? I don't know. Well, we do need to at least... I know the stone is a very finite resource, which is part of the reason why I tend to like to build them on an as-needed basis. So we do have gold here, and we do have coal. That's a good start. And we have iron. We have all that we need in the immediate time. So we'll build that. And I suppose the good news is that what with us using the Maya, we don't need as much wood for our buildings. For example, you look here, 3 stone and 1 wood. We are going to be much more dependent on stone. As much as I don't want to waste or use up our stone supplies quickly, we kinda have to get that started. So let's continue. And because this is a tougher mission, I'm going to probably save early. In case stuff hits the fan. Ah, perfect. We can build stone. We can use the stone down here too. Sulfur, so that's the other resource we needed. And there is a couple of stone mines here. Even better. Okay. Plan is we tower rush down to here, then we also, while we're at it. Good. That expands our borders again. I'm gonna delete this tower and this tower. Since we only get 1 stone back, the tower rushing is significantly less effective as a strategy. That might be a bit of a problem in the later part of the game, but for right now, we absolutely need to have these resources. Okay, now, I think we're in a good spot to go ahead and start our food production, so we will go with... Well, I know we need... wheat farms for our bread production to begin, really, so I'll go ahead and build you there. We'll build a waterworks. And we can build a mill right there. Sorry. Okay, I will actually build a couple more builders on, and we can increase that. That should get us going to where we need to be for us right now. Then we can also build a large residence, which will hopefully, we can build it right here. It's going to use a lot of stone, but once we get that stone economy going, we should be good. Okay, we do need a soldier for up here. So, oh, it's already got, so that's good. Alright. I think we seem to be having it good. Can't build walls. I don't believe we can. What is this about there being no free settlers? Oh, it's the priest temple. That's what that is. Except, no, it's not the priest temple, so I don't know what it is. Prioritize that now that we've gotten. If we can build one more stone tower down here, we can get ourselves access to this stone. One more tower, yeah. We are going to have the issue, though, like I said earlier, we're going to have to fight two enemy factions in this, so this could be a bit of the trickier fight, which is why I did that early save. Fortunately, the game is bestowing us with lots of stone if we expand quickly enough. So we've got some down here too now. Gives us 3 stone mine piles here or stone piles to work with. I can just get this residence built. Our population problems will be over there. At least for the immediate time. Okay, we do have... Looks like potential resources over there, so I will actually send him over as well to see what he can find. Maybe there's a whole bunch of gold or something, you never know. But we know where a lot of coal can be found, a good amount of iron here, a little bit of... I'm trying to figure out what exactly I should do with this plot here, because there is so much good there that... Kinda want to keep. Alright, that's been built, so now we can continue. Where did my geologist go that I... Oh, there he is. Okay. I guess we could explore there while we're waiting. It probably is going to be a good idea to also expand up here just so we can get some fish produced or caught as quickly as possible. Stone mine will come in a lot of handy here. According to the game, we've been at it for 25 minutes, but you know. Okay, it looks like a whole not a lot of nothing, but there is a fish jumping up down in that resource, so we might be able to make something good out of that. Alright, now we can finish that. Technically, I will build another lumberjack over here just to clear out this area. Alright, I think we're good on the carriers populations, so we can expand that a little bit. Alright, next plan is, now that we've gotten that built, we'll build one more tower. It'll be right over here. And that will make it so that we have access to all the stone we need from this plot. Stonemason go. Even more stone down here. Alright. Now we need to get our military production in order. I need a coal mine, place you there. Iron mine, will place you there. I guess we will start with that, and we need some quick food for the iron mines, so hunting hut, go. While we're at it, and also build our first bakery right there. Maybe even, oh, we can build a second one right there. Once we have enough room for another grain farm, we'll build that too. Let's actually see where we are in terms of supplies. We are out of size, so we do need to actually build ourselves the iron smeltery and probably a toolsmith right here. Actually, we'll build him here. Weaponsmith we can build here. Alright, we're at the growing pain stages. Need a Saul to occupy this building. That could be a problem. Alright, we found a whole bunch of sulfur, a whole bunch of stone, and some coal there, so that's a potentially useful, but not fantastically so, plot of land. I think, no, they're not going to come from here, so that leaves a couple of places left that they could come from. Down here, maybe, so that could be a problem. Or potentially, I'm also going to move this guy. Alright, now we'll build you right there. Okay, and then we'll build one more tower here. That should be... It looks like this is where they would attack us from, if as one of the angles. A lot of forests here. It's a nice one you drew on the map. Okay, now we know. Now we have a basic idea of how this is gonna go. So, and if I can get just one more wheat farm built, yes, perfect. Okay, that's one player right there down. So now that we know where he is, we can work on setting up our defense there. But I think there might be a second army here that we'll have to deal with, so that's what really concerns me. Need a pickaxe. Okay. Well, that is also our iron mine, so that really could be a problem. Without iron, we're going to be in a really rough spot until we can get some. So, because that means we can't build pickaxes. We can't build pickaxes, we can't really. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this mine, maybe. Because as desperately as I could use stone, I need iron. So we'll just do that. Oh, we already had a toolsmith and could have just done it this... Well, no, we couldn't have, but okay. Alright, I think we're doing reasonably well. He's finished there. Have him go back up here, I guess. Alright, we'll have you guys go there, make sure there's no surprises for us there. If all I have to do is defend one area, that really is going to make my job easier. In fact, I think I need a couple more pickaxes. Alright, and I think we are at a point now where we can actually get our military production begun. I just need dudes out in the field. I don't necessarily need them to be particularly fantastic in the early game. But I do need a lot of them. So, I also need their morale boosted. So that's going to be where the growing pains really kick in. Because as we know, the gold smelting process is a bit of a process. Not that difficult to do, it's just... Okay, it looks like we might actually have to fight on two fronts. Might. Maybe not. Okay. So I think we can safely rule out the fighting on two fronts thing unless they build a navy or something. Which means we might be relatively good to just fight it out on land here. Actually, I might as well expand this to over here, since there is going to be more stone there. Alright, we got gold there. The layout of these resources frightens and confuses me. Alright, well, we can actually now, I think we've built enough pickaxes to make do with how things are going to be. Oh, this is not the right building. I accidentally built a fisherman's hut. Okay, well, I need a hunter's post. That's me being silly, apparently. Well, at least that means we can just build a gold mine now, largely consequence-free for the immediate time being. I guess we'll build you here. Looks like the best spot for a gold mine right now. As for the stone, we'll let him actually pick up the stone from right there, since it is a convenient distance, and then see if he can find any more. Okay, looks like best place for stone mine is going to be right there. It's not a great spot. Oh, actually, there's one right here. Cool. Now that we've gotten that settled, we can get our self settled up there. And oh yeah, we need, oh good. And there is our actual food supply for the fishing huts that we'll be building. We'll just actually delete that, and that should be good. Here we go. And that's settled, so now we can move this down here, and another small tower can go up. And we're getting really close to those resources that we wanted there. Some stone here and other goodies, so I'm going to leave that tower there for now. As for the weapons, I think now is a good time to go ahead and start production. We'll set a storage place for that too while we're at it. And a goldsmith right here. Probably, actually, I'm going to, just for the sake of it, I'm going to get a couple of pioneers just to get this little corridor here taken care of, so our population doesn't have to go all the way around to just get to that. So I think that's the play. And then so yeah, for the short term, I think our food situation is... good. You guys go here. Oh yeah, I need a saw, so let's build one of those too. And iron mine there. Okay, now we can get ourselves wheat farm. And while we're at it, we will also get... Technically, the waterworks should be fine for that. We're actually... Okay, I'll build this a little farther away. And we'll build this over here. And there we go. I think our okay, so I think we're in a good spot there. We do need more population eventually. how is this tower looking? I think this is where we're going to actually have enough dudes to hopefully... Okay, how are we on coal mines? I think we only have one. Yeah, so we do need a second coal mine. Let's see. This looks like a good spot. Alright. And this can be used for weapons. So we'll increase the arrow production to about... Actually, we'll also increase this. So we'll have it be... That should be a decent enough set. So the good news about them is that they have the blowguns, which do stun enemies. Now I think that we are closing in on the stage in which we can potentially kick some ass. We can... Oh, we're just so close so far. Alright, we'll just build one more tower, and that will finally get us to where we need to be on that front, where we have all this goodies. Okay, where's the stone cutters at? Because I need to move. Need a pickaxe. Yes, I know. Okay, we'll build another one. We need another fishing pole. Okay, fine. Actually, we don't, because we got this one. Boom. Alright. Need an axe. Ah, okay, fine, fine. I'll build an axe. Here we go. Alright, we'll also, for the sake of it, build one more tower just so we can expand there, too. And now let's get something larger to build. Build a castle here, since this is going to be the major choke point, I think, for the fight ahead. How many pickaxes do I need? Okay, you can go over here and chop down some wood there. Actually, I'm just going to build a whole bunch more of these, since we clearly need them. Alright. You can go down here, find out where I can find some more iron. And we can build more goodies, hopefully. Alright, they're turning the goats there, growing them up, so hopefully we will have that as our food supply for the iron miners there. And now, where are we as far as these resources? Oh yeah, I need to actually start increasing my pop. I mean, being able to build these all the way out into this is a really, really convenient advantage for me. All right. Alright, I think we are good as far as those resources are concerned, and we can, yeah, we're really good on that. And now, while we're at it, what's our army look like? Tiny, but potentially useful. I think, though, like I said, now we really need to start building our decorations, which is going to be where the real gold gets spent, unfortunately. We need another axe. Okay. Alright, we'll actually stop production for a moment so we can get these moved over. And then all right. Alright, that's the start of our army. Not a whole lot to look at for right now, but definitely enough to get things started. We have plenty of resources here to continue for the immediate time. I think priority is going to have to go to this. Fortunately, it does not require any I knew there was another stonecutter up there. There we go. And another stonemason can be built right there. In fact, we will delete this one, or actually we'll delete this one to make slightly more room. Alright, let's see what we need. So these things can be planted in the desert here, which is useful. So yeah, the desert is an actual resource for us, which is an interesting advantage to have. But it is some notable downsides to the Mayas, though, as previously mentioned, like, you know, the reliance on stone, which is not renewable in this game, is a bit of an issue. Eric says, question, have you seen any episode of Unanswered Oddities on the NarrowBiz channel on YouTube? I have not. Okay, I think because now we are good on that front, we don't have to worry about those anymore, so... we can once again begin our production of our military. Okay, the wood cost for that is no longer a factor. What are we looking at in terms of free settlers? We'll just add 5 more to that. That should be enough to hopefully... Okay, we will actually save this too, just in case things go bad. And now we'll skip ahead a little bit. We are under attack. Okay, it was unfortunate that that happened. Yeah, they sent an army after us. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, we will do it. We'll just reload that save and then... Actually, we'll do the audio save and hopefully not get our butt kicked. So I'm gonna set all these guys in here. Okay, I need as many dudes as possible into this fight. In fact, I think, since the way things are looking, we probably are going to prioritize so it'll give us a couple of extra dudes on the front line. Not a whole lot, but enough to potentially make a difference. Here they come. Why did this dude not fall back? This ain't looking good at all. Actually... Okay, they did take that. I will prefer to actually let them try to advance there. Okay, how far is the... So I think that might be the only tower we have left. If they take that, that could be a pro... No, we have 2. Yeah, there's one up there. They're taking that. Okay. Well, that geologist just bought us a little bit of time that we desperately need. I don't think it's going to be enough. We need to get as many dudes in here as possible. No, blowgunner, don't do it! Ah, he's dead. Okay, how many dudes do they have left? At least a couple of swordsmen. Can kill the rest of their swordsmen. They can't take this, and I think we just killed the last one. Yes. So they cannot advance any further. Okay. We just need to rebuild, and then we're good. In fact, since I have the numbers and don't necessarily need... I'll just build some low-level dudes and hopefully this will fix the problem for the immediate time. What? Yeah, okay, this is going to be a tougher fight than I thought, by far. Alright, we'll just... Yeah, that's why I was expecting this to be a tougher one anyways, so... Let's go ahead and try it, but correctly this time. We're going to have to go all the way back here, but that just means we have the opportunity to potentially expand faster, so we will do that. Now that we know what we need to do, I'll get some pioneers up quickly, I think. Don't need to focus that much down here, just focus over here, I guess. And also over here. And technically over here too, but... Alright, let's see, what's the play? Game over, man. Game over. Yeah. Woodwormer is laughing. Yeah, I know. I expected this one to be a tougher mission anyway, so... What did I expect? Getting swarmed by one and then the second one? Yeah, that was pretty much going to be an inevitability. Let's be real here. But what I do need is... to start building up my resources as quickly as possible, so... Okay. Build an iron mine right here. Move you there. Actually, we won't even need to do that. Because... Alright. Okay, we should have all we need in terms of resources from that. Okay, I'll just build iron smelty here. Build the toolsmith here. Weaponsmith can go down here, I guess, or something. And lumberjack, we'll build that just so we can clear out this of wood. Population could be better. Time to build a large house, too. Actually, no, that's a bad spot for it. I need a different spot. This tower should be actually perfect, because I think I can build it there. Somewhere around here, anyways. No, but I can build it into the desert if I really, really wanted, even though that will impact my production of alcohol. And now, Hunter's Post. Boom, and that's done. I'm going to go with the strategy of building my, or supplying my weapons as early as possible in this, just so I can have a chance of dealing with these guys. Come on. Wait, did I build a second one? Yeah, I did. Whoops-a-daisy. Well, our population problems are not going to be a factor for very much. Okay, now I'm gonna build a couple of these, couple of these. I'll need one of those, need one of those, and I'll probably need two of these. Okay, food production can begin. Alright, see how far we've advanced there. Yeah, I'm not happy with the way this is going so far, but it's what we have. So, I think I made a couple of mishaps here, but we'll keep going. You know, actually, no, we'll not. Because I think I know what I did. Because I think I screwed myself so hard by accidentally building that second one that it really messed with my ability to build stuff. Pretty sure I've got... Alright, we'll just build one, and only one. Coal mine. We'll build that for now because we still need iron, or stone, I mean. Oh, I never played this game before. What year was it released? About 2001. Although this is a HD re-release of sorts that's been improved further, so... Alright. I think this is going to be the best spot for the iron mine for right now. Here. So I don't want to get the gold involved right yet. Or that, to overlap that, so... And I think the next play is to build this over here. Alright, we'll deal with this spot. Actually, no, we'll start them having them expand there. And also... looks like Anno 1602 meets Sim Theme Park. Yeah, it's a pretty gorgeous looking game. Can be unforgivably tough though if you don't know what you're doing, so... Okay, so I think we'll get our iron smelting built. What's our army look like? Yeah. Not fantastic, but able to potentially be usable for the task at hand. And this is why, for those who didn't see earlier, why we're expanding down here. This gold, iron, wood, and all that should be more than enough to hopefully, once we get the gears going, actually be able to build us an army. A starting army at least, so we can get all that good to go. I think this is the only tower we have right now, too, until this is built, so I don't want to delete that. Okay, now we build our toolsmith. because we're going to need that too. Alright, we'll actually call it there, and then next step, we build our wheat farm. First one. Boom. Bakeries, we'll build both of them. Alright, I think we are at a good spot with that. Let's see what else. Good. And what else we'll need is a single hunter's post, and that should fix our immediate population. Or our immediate food production needs, I think, once that and the bakery and grand mill are done. Oh yeah, we need a waterworks. I almost forgot. It would have been a problem if I didn't build one of those. Okay. Once we get our other stonecutter hut built there, we should be good to go, basically. So I'll have these guys expand there, you guys expand there. The goal is to try to create a corridor that hopefully spares us a tower or two in getting these resources. And I think we are well and truly a good portion of the way there. So good. Stonemason number 3 away. Tower. One here, and we will be good there. Build another side, another saw, and that should be a couple of these, and then that should be enough to really get our economy going. And we'll have them hunt that. And what else do we need? We'll need another one of these bad boys. Should probably get first another lumber mill or lumberjack built. So cut down the trees here. That'll open up some room hopefully, and then we'll be good on that front. Okay, and it looks like just do this and move this a little bit closer. Alright, then we'll start expanding that. And that should hopefully get us also there. Let's fucking go. This is my shiz. Also, fuck Ubisoft for banning my account, so I have to pirate 7. Wait. Okay. Well, okay, I see. Well, doesn't Steam have it? But I think Steam, now that you mention it, I think it might still require the Ubisoft thing anyways, because of course, thanks to Ubisoft. Matthias Edward Pioli Gillen says, hello, you were the Mr. Okay, fine. Alright, so we got some food. We can build another coal mine, hopefully. Here. Build another iron mine here. Okay, we got the other side, which means we can, in fact, build another grain farm. We'll need a third one, too, of course, but for start, where do I want to put you? I guess I'll put you right here. Then, for the second one we'll need, or the last one we'll need, we'll probably build it right here. Have the goat beater right there. That would give us access to the 2 butchers, which we're probably going to just put here. Boom. General donates $10, says, this is for being a real G. I owe you 1 MP game of Settlers, whatever number, I don't care. Never forget the day my mama got me Settlers 2 for my birthday, way back when. All of them are great to me. Ah, that's good to hear. I'm not that great of a Settlers 4 player, I will admit that, but again, thank you for the donation. You really do help the channel out. So we have expanded a little bit more there. I think once we get this here, we'll be good to go on that, and we should have enough there for our starting army. So let's get a barracks at least down, and then from there, yeah, I'd say we spared us a few towers for this little corridor here, thanks to the Pioneers. So they have done a fantastic job. Now we need a weaponsmith, and we also need to start really producing as much weapons as possible if we want to actually have a good shot at this. Okay, focus on that. Okay, we now have the actual resources to start expanding again. And I need gold. This could be a good spot right there. It looks like I can build there, so I shall. Build a tower. I'll build it right over here. Hopefully it can expand a little bit to that. And that should be the last of the gold, or no, last of the stone there. So build you right down here. And actually this saved us quite a few in the way of towers, so all we have to do is expand this little bit here, and then we'll actually have the corridor set up. Alright. I think this is also where we build our butchers here, so let's do that. Not that it matters that much for the Maya, but getting a second stonecutter is always going to be, or second sawmill built is always going to be useful, regardless, even then. So here we go. So let's see. Lord Inquisitor Vex says, what game is this? This is Settlers 4, specifically History Edition, specifically on top of that with some additional fan-made updates like the visuals and whatnot. So there we are. Now we have that done. We can finally get our border expanded a little bit there. I think we'll just get this corridor here dealt with. But yeah, we need our army as quickly as possible. So we're going to set that up now. I need one more large house to really get things together. I think I'll build you right down here. Okay, I just need this plot here cleared. I think we are good enough now to build a weaponsmith. Yes. Priority number 1. I'll actually stop building the rest of these for the immediate time because I absolutely need that build. Because we're going to have at least 2 different armies come rushing in as quickly as possible, and then we're going to be in a world of hurt if we don't have our troops up to snuff by the time they get here. Alright. Like 3 grain farms minimum to handle just 1 mill big farm. I think from what I've read, 2 can actually do the trick. It's just yeah, but it's a game of numbers, gotta balance out the number of buildings. Okay. Then you expand from there, usually based on 3s, maybe 2s for every product. You need 3. Okay. This doesn't look like the excess. Okay. Oh, and it's mapping those resource yards up for stone, 1 for wood. You need to make a buffer of stuff for bigger projects like spamming at 1 or a bunch of forts for line. Like I said, I enjoy these kind of games. Framework. Okay. Okay, once we get that final bit of stone in for this, we'll have at least a tower there, but that's not going to be the prop. There. We're going to use level 1s for the immediate time because we absolutely need them out. We'll get this to produce, look for stuff. Can we go over the, no. Wait, is there anything potentially? Yes, okay. Alright, build. We absolutely need the numbers game on our side, though, so... Can I build a castle? Yes. Let's see if I actually set everything up in a reasonable time. Only have a couple of dudes there, that could be an issue. which one of these is closer to that one, so we'll just pause that one for the immediate time. How many axes do we have? None. We'll need 2. So I'll build 2. Okay, we will use this tower. Yeah, this tower. I think this is the best one to use. Alright, once this is done, we'll have another bunch of resident civilians there. And I think now is the good opportunity to start getting our morale production up, maybe. Actually, no. First, we build a fisherman's hut for right here. Then while we're at it, we will build a goldsmith right here. Production to that. That's almost finished, so that's the third one there. And then good. And we can start resuming production of that. The U can expand to that, which conveniently happens to be the last stone up there. So, yeah, we're going to have at least 2 armies hit us, so we need to be absolutely Johnny on the spot for that. Sigh, yeah, we'll get 1 more of those. Alright, we now have force there mostly ready. This will be for these and also that. And let's get our morale game on. Well, almost. Just need that and that. Good, the castle is almost complete. Good luck trying to take that. Alright. Might be lower level dudes, but there are enough of them that hopefully this will turn this into exactly the kind of slog that we need it to be for them. And we can even build another castle maybe, just to make it that little bit harder if we really want. But I think the next play is a large tower right here. This is going to be where we basically stop any all attacks we can. Is the plan. So we got we almost have the amount of stone we need for. Okay, now we do. Now we do there. Now we can begin increasing the troops' morale to try to get them as effective at combat as humanly possible. Okay, and boom. And boom. That should fix our morale problems that we might have in the... But for the immediate time... What else do I need? Stone mine. I'll build one. Should be good right there. Alright, we seem to be doing quite nicely. I think the other dude I have here... Alright, once we get our morale game up, we'll be golden. Oh, and we're out of free settlers. That could be an issue. Okay, we'll build another large house. Issue should be solved from that. Okay. Technically, I'll expand there just to get whatever is left over there, which isn't going to be a whole lot, but, you know, better than nothing, I suppose. Alright, and we seem to be golden. They're probably going to try attacking with a larger army or something now, but that's okay. We're an hour and a half into this, and hopefully we have the numbers necessary. Do we have a gold smelter now? Yes. The moment we have any of these built, will be a good spot. Actually, I will have you fall back, since things are probably going to get a little bit hairy soon, so... Oh, here they come. Let's delete that. We'll focus. They're going to try hitting us up here, it looks like. That's... Okay, so I'll just delete these so they don't have a way to go around except through my Gauntlet of Doom. Oh, they're going to try attacking that one. Okay. Boom. Problem solved there. Now the only place they have left to attack is going to be through this. It's down here. So let's create a save. Hopefully I have an army that is capable of actually standing up to them. Because it's going to be a make or break sort of situation. Okay, I need one of these built as quickly as possible to give us as much of an advantage as possible. So I'll just prioritize those two. Some of these are so close to being finished. Here they come. Priests as well. Oh dear, we could be in trouble. They just deleted a good chunk of my army. That's not good. Okay, we've deleted enough of them, hopefully, that... No, it's not going to be enough. Holy cow. Well, that's the end of that playthrough. So, yeah, don't do... I think the issue is they actually... That one attack that destroyed most of my army is the big problem. So we'll actually have our army fall back, aside from maybe a few troops. Let them try casting whatever spell they have at the start. Hopefully it doesn't destroy most of my army, and then that can hopefully... I need that morale boost right now, game. I don't think this is going to cut it. It's actually... Okay, we did destroy some of more of their swordsmen this time. We might have a chance. Come on, just take... Darn it! I was so close, too. I could have actually retook that. Maybe. Or at least retook a thing. Alright, we'll try that again. Actually, this audio save is 1 minute behind, so maybe I can save myself 1 minute of time. And I'll do that. Okay. Okay, I need to Alright, now we should have the... Okay, they're also coming in from a weird angle this time, so we might be able to... Oh shit, the Vikings are attacking at the exact same time. That is not good at all. Well. Yeah, that one's a wash because the AI decided to, for whatever reason, attack at the exact same time, unlike the previous playthrough, like the previous time. Okay, we'll do that this way since this is our. Okay, so I need to bring back the pop. You go down here. Hopefully the Vikings do not attack right away this time, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll have a chance here. Okay, we got our population now here going in. We might, assuming the Vikings don't attack too, just have a shot at this. It looks like most of their swordsmen survived. This could be trouble. Come on. It ain't looking good at all. Yep, that's okay. So I am actually stuck because of that. Cool. Need to figure out what the hell I'm to do on that. So let's try one more time. One more time. All right. I need swords, and a lot of them now. Maybe if I get them out of position, I can deal with the archers first. That might help a little bit, but... Well, seeing the army out there did put some of these guys out of position. That might give us just enough, but there is a lot of them left. Yeah, I am screwed on this, and I don't think there's any way to get myself unscrewed out of this. Wait, maybe. No, there's way too many of them. If I had just another 5 more minutes, we would have been golden, but no. Alright, so I'm just gonna actually try this again, but go from an earlier save where I can actually potentially do something rather than get curb stomped immediately. So we have 15 minutes of time to spare on this, so... I'm not going to let this beat me, so let's go ahead and move these guys over there. Alright, now with this setup, hopefully we can get... There we are. Single stone there, and that'll be good to go. Then, once we have that built, we'll have, hopefully, finally the troops we need. And I'll put it. Boom. Okay, now our production is up to where it needs to be, except we need a fisherman wharf for that. Boom. Build another large residence. We'll build it right here by this, so we don't have to worry about that. I guess we can also build a lumberjack there with a sawmill and a forester hut right here. Or actually, we'll wait on the forester for right now. You've done what you needed to do, so... Okay, now we can save, create this save, and hopefully not get ourselves destroyed. Oh, oh shit, here they come already. Well, this could, ooh. These guys aren't coming in as organized. Oh, shit. They did cast some spells on us. That's going to cause trouble right away. I just do not have enough free settlers for this, too. That's the big problem. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Fine. So I think this is actually getting to be a washout with the way it's looking, because we've been at it for... Okay, let's not do this again. So, will the autosave save us? Maybe. I am out of pop, but I desperately need some, so here. Give us maybe enough of an army. Here they come. Alright, we're losing way more dudes, though. That's unfortunate. And then they froze us, so we can't even do anything about that. The only thing I can hope for is I kill enough of these guys quickly that it doesn't... And even then, I don't think we're going to. Yeah, they got us. Alright. Clearly, I need to get my game up because... Alright, so I think as much as we've been doing this, it's been about 2 hours, and... Do I do this all over again or not? I don't think I do. Well, maybe we can try save 4 again and see where that put us. Alright. No, that's actually worse. Yeah, I forgot about that. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and call it, even though I didn't make any headway whatsoever, because, yeah, I'm going to have to improve myself before I can actually get through that one mission. Sorry about that, guys. That was, yeah. But I will get that correctly, and then once I get that finally figured out, I'll then resume it. But yeah, this has been Ace. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me play Settlers 4 as much as I've enjoyed playing, which I have, even though I've been getting my ass kicked. But yeah, hope to see you all again soon. Take care. Ace out.